Welcome to another episode of Friday Freebies, where we take a look at some of the best tools for WordPress and web designers that are absolutely free. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a new tool called Novamira. This is coming from the same people behind Dynamic Ooh, and they are the people behind Dynamic Content for Elementor and other plugins. What this allows you to do is set up an MCP server on your WordPress website, connect to it using Claude AI, and then do a huge bunch of things. Now, before we go any further, let me just say one important caveat here. This is not something you leave running on a site. This is something you set up, you test it. Once you're ready to go live, when you're not using it, whatever it is, disable it and or remove it, because it opens up lots of potentials for people being able to do things they shouldn't. With that warning out of the way, let's take a look at just some things we can do here. Now, first things first, I've already set everything up. I'm not going to go through how you do it in this video because they've already got great tutorials on the Novamira website and YouTube channel showing you exactly how to do it, including instructions on how to connect it up to most of the common AI clients. So Claude Code, Claude Desktop, Cursor, and so on. Follow the instructions, follow the video, get everything connected, and you are then good to go. You're in the same position as I am right now. So inside Novamira, there are 5 different things you can do. You can execute PHP, read and write files, edit files, delete and toggle, and list directory. Hence why I say do not leave this running on a production website. So knowing what we can do, let's take a look at just some simple examples. And if you're interested in more on this, let me know in the comments section down below. Let me know some use cases you'd like me to check out, and I will take a look at those for you. So all I have on my site is Novamira. There's nothing else installed here. I've got that connected up to Claude AI. I'm using the desktop app for this, and let's just check the connection is all working. That's going to go off now. Check it out. Come back with any information about what plugins are installed. As we've seen, we only have Novamira connected. So it says, looks like your WordPress website currently has one plugin installed, Novamira. Tells you what that is, tells you some information about it. So that's all pretty cool. We know everything is all connected up. Let's do something like, let's say, for example, we've got a site set up, but we want to run an audit on it to make sure that everything is secure and looking good. So let's tell it to do that. So we put that command in, let it go now and do its job and come back with an audit for us based upon that actual website. There we go. It's gone through an audit. And comes back, checks various different things. So it tells us we've got SSL connected, we've got what version of WordPress, what version of PHP, etc., etc., etc. Then we've got a couple of issues found here. So this is going to go through and break this down into various different issue levels. These are high priority, things we will probably want to change or update. Then our medium priority. Then we've got our low priority. And then some recommendations all broken down into a nice simple list. That looks pretty cool and very useful. We could also use this alongside skills inside Claude. Now, I've created a couple of skills here, and let's just say I wanted to share this with my client to sort of say, look, these are the things that we need to rectify on your site, or maybe even go through these are the things that we have rectified. We've identified them, they've been sorted. So what I could do now is I can actually use a skill that I've set up to design things in a certain way, a very Apple-like, so plenty of white space, typical typography, and so on. So let's just say, generate a HTML report using my Apple style skill. Hit enter or return, let it go and do that for us. So we would generate now a much nicer looking layout that we could share with clients or potential clients or people that have asked us to do these audits. And you don't have to use it for an audit. This is just a simple example. There you go. After a few moments, we now have our security report. So you can see comes back, tells the site, tells us the date, the security report, all laid out in a nice visual way. Then we've got these all styled up so we can show that these are important things that need to be changed, should be addressed. And then we've got things at the bottom for local priority. So what you could do now is you could copy this, or you can actually publish this as an artifact. So you can do lots of different things with this. It's pretty cool. And it's a nice way of visually representing what you're doing. And if you want to share this with clients, the other thing then you could do is you could actually say, right now, convert this to a PDF, and you could send this off to the client. So you could do regular sort of audits on their website and send this information over. So that's pretty cool. I like what we can do there. Now let's expand on this a little bit further. Let's just say we want to get this to kind of work on the SEO side of things. We don't have an SEO plugin installed, so let's rectify that. So we'll just tell it we wanted to do it. So we're basically telling it to go and install the plugin for us, to set it up and everything else. So you told it now to go and install that, activate it and everything else. So that's going to have to go and do it. Now you may have to install the Claude AI plugin into your copy of Chrome if you're using Chrome or a Chrome-based browser, because there's certain things that it can't do without actually operating inside a browser level. So just bear in mind that you have to do that. As you can see, now that's activated it, installed it, it's going to go through now and take a look at the best settings. As you go through, it tells us exactly what it's doing. Now, I only have a bunch of lorem ipsum rubbish on the site at this point in time. So once we've gone through this process, I'm going to get this to actually create a new article on a specific topic and then actually go and configure the SEO for that as well. So we don't even have to leave the actual Claude editor. You can see Slim SEO installed, activated and configured, tells us what it's got set up, how it set things up, etc., etc. So one feature left off, no category base, removing category for URLs. So a couple of things we might have to manually handle, but you can see we've got the basics all set up and configured. So let's ask it now to go and create an article. So we've given it some instructions. Let's see what it does for us. As you can see, it's even going through and creating dedicated categories for this particular article so we can organize information now and in the future, as opposed to the sort of filler stuff that we've got in there right now. So it's intelligent enough to know exactly what's already set up, how to make it better, and now we'll go through and actually create the article, handle the SEO, handle the organization, titles, and everything else for us. There we go. After quite some time, there's the article published. You can see there's the slug, published information, the number of words, the SEO that's been applied to it, etc., including the rich snippets and all those kinds of things. Let's jump over to the site and take a look. And there we go. There's our article. We take a look. There's all the tags that have been applied to it. There's our meta description and our meta title. Everything's set up. Let's hop in and take a look. There we go. There's our article, all broken down, all configured. Now, obviously, you probably want to go in, refine this and tweak it. This is just an example. Whether you want to use AI to handle writing content will be entirely up to you. So you can see, just by experimenting with some of the things you can do with a tool like Novamira, connect up to Claude AI, you can actually do some quite cool things. Now, obviously, I've just literally scratched the surface of what you can do with this plugin. But if you want me to cover this in more detail, with some use cases, let me know down below and I'll take a look at creating that video for you. As always, all applicable links are in the description. My name is Paul C. This is WPTuts, and until next time, take care.